Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Hope you are keeping well by the grace of God. So students, once again I am with you and I am going to teach you English literature, your literature book, and chapter 2. Already in the previous day I taught you half of the chapter, and I hope that the reading is completed. But once again I am going to read before you from page 22 to 23. So that day I ended with the line "to the door?" twice. Twice means the signalman answered. Today I am going to start. "Why, see," said I, "how your imagination misleads you. My eyes were on the bell, and my ears were open to the bell. And if I am a living man, it did not ring at those times." He shook his head. "I don't wonder that you failed to hear it, but I heard it." "And did the spectre seem to be there when you looked out?" "It was there both times," he repeated firmly. "Both times." "What troubles me so dreadfully, sir, is the question, what does the spectre mean?" I was not sure, I told him, that I did fully understand. "What is it warning again?" he said, ruminating, with his eyes on the fire, and only by times turning them on me. "What is the danger? Where is the danger?" "There is danger overhanging somewhere on the line. Some dreadful calamity will happen. It is not to be doubted this third time, after what has gone before. But surely this is a cruel haunting of me. What can I do? A mere poor signalman on this solitary station. Why not go to somebody with credit to be believed and power to act?" His pain of mind was most pitiable to see. He gradually became calmer. The occupations incidental to his post as the night advanced began to make larger demands on his attention. I left him at 2 in the morning. I had offered to stay through the night, but he would not hear of it. Next evening, on my way back to the signalman's post, I mechanically looked down from the point from which I had first seen him. I cannot describe the thrill that seized upon me when close at the mouth of the tunnel I saw the appearance of a man with his left sleeves across his eyes, passionately waving his right arm. With an irresistible sense that something was wrong, I descended the notched path with all the speed I could make. "What is the matter?" I asked the group of men gathered at the mouth of the tunnel. "Signalman killed this morning, sir." "Signalman killed this morning? Not the man belonging to the box?" "Yes, sir." "Oh, how did this happen? How did this happen?" I asked, turning from one to another as the hut closed in again. "He was cut down by an engine, sir. No man in England knew his work better, but somehow he was not clear of the outer rail. It was just at broad day he had struck the light and had the lamp in his hand. As the engine came out of the tunnel, his back was towards her, and she cut him down. The man drove her and was showing how it happened. Show the gentleman, Tom." The man who wore a rough, dark dress stepped back to his former place at the mouth of the tunnel. Coming round the curve in the tunnel, "Sir," he said, "I saw him at the end, like as if I saw him down a perspective glass. There was no time to check speed. I knew him to be very careful, as he didn't seem to take heed of the whistle. I shut it off when we were running down upon him and called to him as loud as I could call." "What did you say?" the narrator is asking. "I said, 'Below there, look out, for God's sake, clear the way,'" I started. "Ah, it was a dreadful time, sir. I never left off calling to him. I put this arm before my eyes not to see, and waved this arm to the last, but it was no use." So guys, this is the end of the story. The story ends with the death of Signalman. This is a tragic story of Charles Dickens. Tragic story means the story ends with tragedy. So the question is, when I started to teach this chapter to you, I told you that this story, The Signalman, it is filled with thrill, mystery and suspense. And the story ends with mystery and ends with thrill. There is no doubt. So here you see the climax of the story. That is not the death of the signalman. The climax is the vision of the signalman, or that ghostly figure which the signalman used to see regularly, and he narrated, or he shared his experience with the narrator. That is the climax. And ultimately his vision, or that spirit, or a vague figure he used to see, ultimately what happens, that he died. And how did he die? It has been also explained that how he was stuck between the engine and the wall of the tunnel, in spite of a very dutiful and very responsible signalman. But that day he became careless. It was his fate or plight that he died on the railway track.